gambling.
Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers. So will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And he's picked out the run. He's found a way through. And the finish!
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Davids.
They don't come much harder, Peter, than Giuseppe Bergami, and I can tell you that from personal experience.
Traditional Italian.
Even his handshake is hard, but a level setter when it comes to discipline and organisation, not to mention his leadership qualities.
Don't argue with him. Vardiol. Here's Nedved. And that is as far as they're going to go. David Villa. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played.
Mbappe! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
Now it's Hullet. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yamal. Oh, that's a key interception. Moved on forwards.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Can he get away here? That is good alertness. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, that's an excellent interception. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Besiktas clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Mbappe! Decent enough try. Besiktas still without a single shot on target. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. That is a great pick out. He's had a shot! And it's a goal!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Madrid have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Nesta. That has been cut short. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! And that was probably asking just too much.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
And they win it back again. And he's intervened well there. Mateus. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing.
Besiktas really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Valverde. He's got the shot away! Bastoni cuts it out. And it's Conte. Oh, good-looking ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Nedved did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Now that's well seen too. And claimed it back swiftly. Oh, nicely intercepted. Forwards and with intent. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Conte. Valverde. And it's Hullet.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Bastoni spots it and intercepts. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Oh, easy pickings there. David Villa providing an outlet on that flank. Mateus. Nedved. Well read, nice interception. And it's Nedved. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down. Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
Pull it. Mateus. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Some resolute defending there. That is Conte. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Mbappe! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
Madrid are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Wheel robs him of possession. That's really well manoeuvred. Mateus. Guardiol. And that's a good ball. And pull it! Now, who's going to be first to this? And they've got rid. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And that is a little undercooked. He won't be happy with that one. And here's Yamal. Yamal has got himself a free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Mbappe having a look. That was travelling. That's a shade optimistic. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Pull it. Nedved. Can he put it away? There it is. Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. That was a given. It always was.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
Into the last quarter of an hour. And it's Hullet.
Besiktas really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Besiktas can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Hullet. That's really well cleared. Gently done. No way through. And now they can clear their lines. Hullet. Besiktas are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have. I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
And he's quick to snatch it back. And here's Nedved.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. He's not got that quite right. Can he get it through? Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Vardiol. And he can clear it away. It's gone out for a throw-in. That's that, the end. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven, and whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps... And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. We have already started here. Kubo. Some good work on the right flank here. Schneider. Nice interception, well timed. Now it's Owen.
Darren Fletcher will be key here. It's going to be down to him to dictate the tempo of this game.
Yeah, he's the sort of player, isn't he, that the team turns to in tough times.
Yeah, he's going to have to do an awful lot because of his position. Regaining possession, shielding and covering that defence, distributing the ball and carrying it up the pitch at times. He's always willing to go that extra mile.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hernandez going full tilt down the left. And that's another throw. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And that's really well manoeuvred. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's found a way through. Owen. Oh, he's had a shot! Goal! Besiktas! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Besiktas have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that goal has got the whole stadium rocking here. This is exactly the kind of atmosphere the players should feed off now.
Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And the counter is on. That's a shade optimistic.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
It's a mighty effort! They've scored! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
What a great header, got plenty on that.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
Has a go! Oh, the ball's run loose here. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. Now it's Owen. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. He's picked his way through, and it's Nedved. Ljungberg, Thuram does really well to win the ball there. Owen! Milan trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Owen. Good spot, he's seen the run. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Hernandez. Ljungberg. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Owen gets a good foot in there. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Besiktas do have a chance to counter here. Moved on forwards. Pinches it off him. Davids. Short changes him with that pass. Hernandez. Ljungberg. Beckham. And it's Belletti. And here's Schneider. Pull it.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now Davids. That's a nicely measured pass. And he's intervened well there. Gently done. And the half-time whistle goes. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each. And the game has already resumed here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Kubo. Well, that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Darren Fletcher. And it's Fletcher. Schneider. It's a pretty loose pass. Chance to finish. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Nedved. And the pass is intercepted. Kubo. That's good running with the ball. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Bastoni. Hullet. Adams promptly onto that, and that is that. And here's Owen. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Davids. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Vinicius Junior. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Davids providing an outlet on that flank. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mateus. Pass is just off target. Oh, can he get onto this? Kubo. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And they can counter here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Now there's a... He's got the shot away!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Real chance! Goal! Besiktas! And they've got their lead back.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Substitution for Besiktas. Owen, number 6.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, I suppose, Peter, in a tight game like this is as good a time as any to make a change.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Number 8.
That pass has been well intercepted.
19, Sane. Substitution.
Khan, will they claim to that?
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
He is through here. Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Adams. Belletti. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passes short and sharp. And it's Conte. Now who's going to be first to this? Now it's Sane. Rummenigge gets through. Can he finish? Really well taken goal. What a moment for the triple centurion, for one of this team's favourite sons. All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
Well, talking about being hit on the break, the ball was in their net before they could even organise their defence. It was fast and furious, and all but unstoppable.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Thuram. Looks a good ball through. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's only too happy to take that back. Chiesa. Chance here to counter. Sané. Now that's well seen too.
Has been indicated.
Conte. And it's Messi. Confirmation that there will be two. Haaland! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Haaland deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
He's not got that quite right. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. They needed to win,